Hello everyone, it's the end of day 21 and I'm back home sitting on my deck back where all of this started, and we have traveled over the last 21 days 6,893.1 miles. I believe we have visited 20 states in that time. Just had some absolutely amazing adventures, saw some fantastic, beautiful scenery, and met some of the most lovely, fantastic people that you could ever want to meet. The trip has just been beyond what I could imagine. I found myself today, as I am right now, actually getting a little emotional about the end of the trip. One, thinking of all the things that we've accomplished, but also, thinking about coming back home and to the house, to my wife, to all of my good friends around here in this area, so we can basically share our experiences and so forth, past what we've already been able to do, on the internet. As I said, it was just, everything was beyond expectations. I want to thank Wayne and Barry for being just fantastic riding partners. We had our ups and downs like any group will along the trip, with getting lost a couple of times, to maybe getting angry at each other a little bit, but we all worked through it, and I think we all grew much closer as friends as we went through this trip. And I know we wouldn't hesitate to head out there on the road with each other again. It was just a blast. Barry should be up in the American Victory Rally now in Spirit Lake, Iowa. He was heading up there with his wife, so hopefully he's enjoying that, and he's getting to have his tour of the factory as we did. I want to thank also everybody who has been following along with the website, with the videos, with the pictures. I've learned a few things along the way as far as when I do this next time, because I do plan on doing it again. I want to continue to document my trips. Excuse me, again, having another cigar at the end of the trip just to relax. But what I learned is I basically tried to bite off, I think, a little bit more than I could chew this first time around. My idea was that I would make some, a little video every day, then I would post some pictures along the way, and also be able to write a blog. And it just didn't turn out that I had enough time in the day to get all that done. We basically were just having too much fun traveling and meeting people and seeing sights, that at the end of the day, I just didn't have enough time to do all those things. So I've let the blog slide a little bit, because it seemed that most people were following us on Facebook, and I was able to get that updated pretty quickly, put the videos together and get those out. So again, thank you very much, and I hope you continue to follow us. I'm going to continue to write my blog as we go along, and we'll be having more adventures. Our next one will be heading up to the Northeast Victory Rally here in Vermont. My local club, the Mass Bay Victory Riders, is sponsoring that and has put that together. So that'll be fun. It's just a little long weekend, 3-day trip, but it'll be a fun time. One other thing I wanted to talk about is our victory bikes. When we started this trip, we, as I mentioned in one of the other videos, I'm not really about what kind of bike you ride. I chose a Victory because I really liked the workmanship and the technology that they had put into it, and particularly with the vision that Victory wasn't afraid to really stretch that envelope of what a touring motorcycle, a cruiser, could look like. I appreciate that they wanted to push that envelope. And also, it's just absolutely the most comfortable bike that I've ever ridden, and even just ever sit on. When I was looking for them, I tried out a number of them, and this was just by far and away the most comfortable. And it proved itself to be that as we did our nearly 7,000 miles. None of us had a problem with comfort. Even Wayne, who had some back issues. Didn't have any problem, while he was riding on the bike. They were just fantastic. And, we didn't know what to expect, being that they're air-cooled engines. We knew we were going to have to run through some heat going through the Midwest because they were having their big, heat spell that everybody was having. But we hit temperatures of 117 degrees, and those bikes just ran and ran and ran and didn't complain at all. In fact, both Wayne and I think that the bikes ran better in the heat than they do back here in New England. They were just absolutely amazing. Victory has made just a really, really great product in that Vision. All of their products are good, but we can comment on the Visions itself as far as the touring bikes go. And the things that those bikes will do, a 900-pound touring bike, you would not think can handle the way that these Visions do. I mean, we were going down some twisty roads, and we can just lean those things over, and they take them like you were on a sport bike. They're just amazing. And we were watching some of the guys on the other cruisers, trying to navigate some of the sharp corners that we were doing, and they got to slow down a little bit, and we just leaned that right in there, and we were catching up with them. In fact, we had to slow down so we didn't run up on them. So we cannot say more good things about these bikes. We just really, really enjoyed them the entire way. And I said Victory's making a great product here. So this is my plug for Victory motorcycles. Going through the plant, we got to see how they're put together. We got to see the quality control that they're really putting into these bikes, and it's impressive. I mean, Polaris, Victory really has their stuff together, and they're really trying to create a great product, a high-performance motorcycle. And I can't wait to see what they do with Indian. I know that they've already started building some of the Indians in Spirit Lake. I believe Corey Knutson, who was giving us a tour, said that I think it was 2 weeks ago the first Indian rolled off the assembly line there in Spirit Lake. They're not at the same facility that the Victories are made. They're at another facility that Polaris had. But at some point they may be combined. The assembly lines may be combined, but at this point they're not. And we'll see what they do with them. I'm really interested if they put out a Scout again. I might be interested in buying a second bike. I was looking at maybe the Highball or a Hammer, for that at some point in time, for just a little kick-around bike. But I might look at a Scout if they put that out. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, my kudos to Polaris and Victory. We've got a great product. We absolutely love them. So I guess what we need to do now that we're back is basically start planning the next one. This little adventure is over, but the adventure of life never is. So we're really already starting to contemplate where it is we want to go next year, and maybe even a few places later on this year. Short excursions, some fall foliage runs and things like that. But next year we're talking about going back to the American, not the American Victory Rally, but to the next VMC meet, which is going to be in Hot Springs, Arkansas, the first week of August next year. We're talking about what we might be able to do. Last year I did the Blue Ridge Parkway by myself, going from north to south. But I threw out the idea that if we're going to go down to Arkansas, maybe we would shoot down there, go to the Victory Rally, and then on the way back do the Blue Ridge Parkway from south to north. So that's a possibility. We're also playing around with the idea of buying trailers for our Visions, so that the wives can join us on these trips and we can carry some more luggage along. And so I don't know whether we're going to do that or not, but we talked to the guy from Bush Tech while we were in Sturgis, and he said he'd make us a deal, and he said he'd actually drive us down to the marina or give us his boat for the day while we had the hitches put on our Visions if we wanted to stop off in Jackson, Tennessee, where the bush techs are made. So that may be a possibility. We'll have to see how that goes for next year, but that's an idea. We've also been kicking around the idea of Nova Scotia next year. Wayne did a little trip up to Nova Scotia a few years back, and he didn't have enough time to really enjoy it, so we were talking about a 2-week excursion up there. So, who knows, maybe instead of one big trip like we did this year, we'll do a 2-weeker up to Nova Scotia and then maybe another 2-weeker down to Arkansas and back up the Blue Ridge Parkway. There's also the possibility of heading back out to Sturgis. We have a contact through in there now, so that might be a possibility as well. So we'll see. It's kind of up in the air, but we'll be planning them soon. So guys from around the New England area who are following along, my fellow Mass Bay Victory Riders members, if you like what you saw here, we're planning on doing it again. So maybe we can all get together and have a little bit bigger group to head off to some of these places. Alright, well I guess that's about it. I'm going to sit here and finish off my cigar and just kind of enjoy the afternoon before I have to get back into the swing of mowing the lawn this weekend and getting the house all organized. My wife's done a really good job of keeping it organized, but there's always a few things that need to be done before I head back to work again on Monday, and that's going to be a tough one. So, alright, bye-bye guys. Thank you for following along again, and we'll see you next time.